And narrator.
Hold on.
Drink right. Welcome to the podcast with the scammer loser known as AJ Melendez over there. Because Logan Paul's a scammer, so he's basically promoting a scammer. He's basically like praising a guy who scammed his audience and all that shit.
I bought this cosplay after I learned that. And it's funny because I wore this into school where it's like dress up as your favorite athlete. I actually got in trouble for wearing this in school too. They're like,
So-
dress up as your favorite athlete. Me
On a-
over here. My favorite.
On another note, I brought this down because I thought I could show this to people. So when I was a little kid, I went to a teenage show, and I told you where I met Dexter Loomis, right?
Yeah.
And I also met Mickey James.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
White
I have this in like picture frame upstairs. Oh, not upstairs. What I'm talking about up here on the shelf.
I feel like Logan Paul should bring back his old theme, Heart Cold, because that was like my number one song
He had an
played
old theme.
in Spotify. Yeah. Look. This is
Was
how
it
it
for
went.
boxing?
No, it was for WWE. He has 3 themes in WWE, believe it or not. He had one as a heel, then a babyface, then a heel again. Well, no, now
Okay.
it's just him.
No one liked him. I don't know why they turned him babyface.
Okay. Listen, can you name me aside from him? Listen, you like we mentioned in the last episode. You can respect him as a wrestler, but you can't as a person. Like that's completely
No.
fine. Like Brian Kendrick and other people. Like, can you confidently say is there one bad Logan Paul match have you seen? I've watched them all. Name one bad Logan Paul match. I'm waiting. Besides his boxing career, because his boxing career sucked. But we're not talking about that. We're wrestling.
It's like CM Punk's UFC career.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
And listen, that man's had controversy as well as Logan.
So this is the one I was talking about. It goes like into like this whole rapping thing. I'm like, dude.
Also, if you can't tell, I've changed my location where I'm sitting because I got lazy. I was like, I'm staying on my bed.
That's crazy. Yeah. The high flying Logan Paul.
The table's just right over there. I just didn't bother getting my seat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I hear that Machine Guns are coming to NXT. You know what's funny about that is like when Machine Guns like apparently were like leaving, people are like, "Oh my god, they're going to AEW. They're 100% going to AEW. I can't wait to see this and this." Turns out apparently the talks went through, and now they're going to NXT.
No, they were in AEW at one point for like it was like a match. It wasn't like a bunch of matches.
Yeah, so they kind of turned heel, but not turned heel because they were teaming with who they teamed with? I can't remember, but it was like I think
was it Frankie Kazarian? No, it wasn't Frankie Kazarian.
No, because they like turned heel, joined a team faction, like fight FTR on someone. You know what I mean? So it was like a 6 tag.
Right. So aside from me dressing up like a scammer, okay. So Motor City Machine Guns, man, dude, I'm more of a Chris Sabin guy, but when I was watching TNA, those guys were crazy good, man.
Yeah, they
like
are
crazy good.
But the question,
they were good as single stars and as a team.
I've seen people saying this on Twitter, and like, do you really think they should go to NXT though? Because there's like they're what, like 10, 20-year-old veterans. Because they've been in the company for like God knows how long.
Okay, well, WWE in the past made this mistake of having good teams held in NXT for too long. Let's take a look. Like the Undisputed Era, right? They believe it or not, none of them has even touched the main roster. I don't believe
Okay,
so.
no. Technically, we'll count them. That's 2019 little stint where they just Adam Cole went to like face Daniel Bryan and then face Seth Rollins of Raw. Was that Gunther?
No, that was Gunther. I do remember that though. But that was like this whole war of NXT. That was Survivor Series type stuff. It wasn't really
You know, that's one of the
authentic
things.
main roster, you know.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like with Adam Cole and WWE and like Undisputed Era is like they didn't get a chance to be on the main roster.
They were good. I wasn't an Undisputed Era fan at the time, but they were good. They were really good. I can acknowledge them for their talent 100%. Especially Roderick Strong. Him,
But
the last Cruiserweight champion in NXT, game changer. Right?
But actually saying that though is like it was Vince's era in WWE. Like
yeah.
it was that stint where it's like if you're in NXT doing well, because NXT was the equivalent to Indies, right? And then you like go to the main roster. You're completely a different character. Nothing from NXT ever happened.
Yeah,
it was so dumb.
that defeats the purpose of the developmental because it's a developmental system. When in all actuality, it was just a regular show, which there was nothing wrong with that. The Black and Gold era was by far great.
Like
you know,
how many people can we name that happened to? Sanity,
Keith Lee,
Aleister Black. Like Jesus, there's so many. It's like just to name a few. Shinsuke Nakamura, I argue.
But then again, it's all in the years because, I mean, look where modern stars are today. Like Seth Rollins, he was in NXT. Big E, well, that didn't age well. Never mind.
There's only been a few success stories: Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins,
Kevin Owens,
Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, which he's doing fairly well, to be fair. Because like the whole Judgment Day, he's gone. He's getting there.
The
Wait. We've got one more. El Campeon.
Where's my watch? Oh my gosh, where's my watch? Hold on. I gotta do the thing every freaking time, man. Oh no! I'm kidding. We're good. Hold up. They changed this gimmick though. But like, hold up.
It's not really. It's just Damian Priest as a face.
Hold up. Oh, rise. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Damian Priest is just a face. He's just not with Judgment Day anymore. He's not really changed the gimmick.
Well, he's not really the Archer of Infinity anymore. He's more of like
but that changed when he turned heel.
Yeah.
Back in like what was it? 2021, 2022.
It was definitely later than that. I'd say 2022.
Yeah. Because he turned on Balor, which is really weird thinking back now. Because they end up in the faction.
If you believe just as the only way on the other side.
That theme song is so underrated. I can't lie.
All right. Guess who came back recently? That's right, Big Bronson Reed making a big splash. That was a cool return. Dude, I looked at the side of the screen and replayed it to see if Bronson Reed was just hiding in the corner or if he was there. Dude was just out of nowhere.
He probably was hiding under. He's just like probably right under the camera.
But dude, it was so quick. It was too quick because the camera angle was there. He was nowhere there. Less than a second. All of a sudden, tsunami on Strowman. I'm like, what just happened? Nothing's more scary than the big guy go. You know what?
Listen, Yeet, Braun Breaker, Jey Uso's can become Intercontinental Champion. Yeet.
You freaking wish, man. No Yeet.
I had to. Of course we won't.
Anyways, but dude, Bronson Reed, man. I remember when they first released him, and he went to Impact at the time, and I was like,
he also went to New Japan. Also.
I believe so. Yeah.
And he beat like Okada and shit. Sorry, go on.
I am so happy what they're doing with him today. Like, it's amazing. Him and Strowman, man. Dude, if they had a stipulation match, what do you think it would be? Like if they did.
Last man
Or should
standing. Last man standing.
Ooh, that would actually be dope. I would love to see that. For me, I like to see an Extreme Rules match. That'd be dope.
I don't know, because like I feel like last man standing suits their rivalry at the moment, because they like look how much destruction they're doing to each other.
You know what? Bronson Reed reminds me of that one meme. You know that one meme where the trust fall meme, right?
Yeah.
Where these like big guys would just and people would just run from them. They're like trust fall.
Also,
How
can I mention I've had this since as a kid. You notice my pillowcases?
Yeah,
WWE.
yeah.
I have like WWE covers. That's my point.
Oh, okay. It's pretty dope. I got a.
It's very 2010 though, because it's like you got like John Cena and Batista on it.
Remember when that fan went backstage with Batista?
Yeah, I did.
How?
I don't think I was watching it back then, but I remember seeing like a YouTube thing of it.
Yeah. Today's candle, ice caramel macchiato. Macchiamandos.
How many days
Also
is
coming
it?
soon,
On?
Lil Too Fresh is going to drop a diss track on his 3 opponents in the future. Spoiler alert, you're one of them. That's why I've been staying silent. Your boys be working, you know?
How many days is it until I kick your ass and take your tile that you don't own?
Count your days because that's none. That's not going to happen.
Sure. You like keep imagining yourself with that cruiserweight title.
You see this candle?
Yeah.
This is going to be you when I drop this diss track. Oh, fuck. Hold up. Okay. You know what? Nah, that's because I spared you, right? I spared you. This is going to be you right here. You see this? You're going to go out like this candle. Gone.
It's the fact that it took you 2 tries.
No. We're not going to go there.
Yeah.
Imagine I botched a promo like I was like live and then I fucking pulled a stunt like that and then it just like oh shoot.
If I could only do a diss track back at you because I can't have rap skills with shite, I would.
Listen here. Get your no booty look like Judge Judy. Low budget movie.
How many days is it until that little faithful ladder match we got?
I lost count. Probably 10. If I had to guess 10.
Probably 10 days to kick your ass and put you off a ladder in my hometown, bitch.
That's crazy. They better not give that victory to you. They better. If they do, I'm doing a gimmick change immediately. I'm not going to call myself the Prince of the Cruiserweights and fumble every freaking match.
You can call yourself the Jobber of the Cruiserweights.
The Jabba the Cruiserweight. Jobber the Hutt. Yeah, I'm like instead of Jabba the Hutt, it's Jobber the Hutt. Also,
this whole entire podcast has been detailing our rivalry for every episode.
Nah, for real, man. By the way, I want to talk about NXT. A lot is happening in NXT. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about my girl Wendy Chu going to face Jordan Grace, the Juggernaut, 1-on-1 tomorrow at Victory Road, which I'm going to be seeing in person. My favorite NXT female superstar to actually get to see in person for the first time. That's awesome. I was always a part of Chu Crew day one.
What's the card? Because I don't actually know. It's Josh Alexander versus Joe Hendry.
Nothing. Yes, there has been a couple matches confirmed, but also a couple matches changed. So I have to wait till after tonight's episode in order to confirm it, because I don't want to be quoted. Hammerstone.
Listen, can I ask a quick question though? Since I know you mentioned it, are you going to say his name and meet him?
There is a meet and greet post match. And I am going to see him. Wait, this post-match, I was trying to ask you, does it mean after the match or before the match?
Dude, I only went to TNA shows before it does this modern day thing on meet and greet, so I have no fucking clue.
No, like post-match, like what does that mean, that term in general?
Post-show.
After show or before?
after,
Okay, good. I was right.
because
All
it'll
right.
be pre-show if it was before.
Yeah, I got confused. So, all right, I'll be meeting Joe Hendry after the show. Okay, good. Let's talk about Alexander Hammerstone in
In
NXT.
NXT.
Too much meat on that show,
Yeah,
man. With
some
Oba
people
Femi.
thought it was gonna be almost.
Dude, a lot of people are saying it's Homa. That would be perfect. Two Nigerian meaty men going at. Okay, hold up.
So someone pointed out, you ever watch MLW?
I don't believe so.
So Alexander Hammerstone and Jacob Fatu have a history.
Oh shoot! Actually,
Yeah. So
that's
long story short, Jacob Fatu used to be a part of Faction MLW, his Contra unit, and he was like the longest ranked MLW world champion, I think. And then
I mean, it's Jacob Fatu. I'm not surprised there.
long story short, Alexander Hammerstone was the one that dethroned him.
No freaking way. And wait, didn't the Bloodline also invade NXT, bro? Let's talk about that too.
Good shout.
Big not.
No.
Now, this is what is getting me, right? So the Bloodline, they said no roster safe, right? They invaded NXT. Guess who's also invading NXT? TNA. Are we starting to connect the dots here, or am I
Anything can
overthinking?
happen. Anything can happen. But
You
also,
think the Bloodline might invade TNA and might do the system
who
versus the
knows?
Bloodline?
Who knows? But can we also put a prediction out? Because it is tomorrow, talking about the bloodline. Any predictions for Cody vs Solo? Because apparently he's opening up tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna be at a live event, dude. I'm not gonna know. I mean, they're probably gonna
any
give it to
predictions?
Solo. You know what?
No.
Okay, listen. They're trying to make this a banger opener, right? They're trying to have this whole storyline with the tribal chief. Who's the real tribal chief?
Okay,
Cody is not in the middle of that.
Can I make a point though?
Cody is the Daniel Bryan of the Edge
hold on,
and Roman.
hold on. First of all, I don't want the title to go back to Bloodline because the Roman marks will be like, oh, then if Solo wins the title, he can go back to Roman because we can't handle that. So Roman's not champion anymore. Have you not seen Twitter feeds where they've been complaining, be like, oh no, another day Roman's been champion because we've been in self denial that Roman lost at WrestleMania. That has happened on my Twitter feed so much. Sorry, it pisses me off. It pisses me off.
Yeah, because people complained when he was champion.
No, but
I'm on your side, dude.
Yeah, no.
That's what they're going to probably do.
This is a legit tweet I've seen from Roman Marks, and it's like super Roman Marks, right? Where it's like they show a clip of WrestleMania Night 2, and then it's like a clip of Roman hurting Spear, but then they clip back to WrestleMania Night 1 when it's 1, 2, 3, and it makes it look like Roman beat Cody. And it's like, oh, it's another day of Roman being champion. I'm like, guys, Roman can't be champion forever, right? He had to lose.
I didn't even like it. He barely defended the title.
But also, Cody's been in the reign. I feel like he needs more time. He cannot lose the Solo. Like he hasn't done a Randy feud. What benefit does it have to go to Solo? Realistically, you could do the Roman Solo feud. It's about Ulafa. It's not about the title. Why does that feud need a title?
Okay, I love your point, but I also want to state something real quick. What happens if I show up to this channel with the Ulufala? Would you acknowledge me?
No.
Would you have no choice but to, because I have the Ulufala?
See,
I might go to eBay and get an Ulufala.
See, two things. I don't acknowledge jobbers. Secondly, there's no there's also, why would I acknowledge an eBay Ulufala when it's not the real Ulufala?
You know what, man? You could go Ulufala yourself. I'm done with this crap. Go Ulufala yourself or whatever. I don't even know what the heck that's supposed to mean. I'm done. I am so done. All right.
Also, can I mention? So I was watching back the 2 podcasts that you uploaded. Please go watch that again. I was like, I didn't realize our first kind of episode was nearly 2 hours long.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
I thought it was 40 minutes, but it was actually 2 hours. It was just a
What?
little
We
off.
we went for a pilot episode like 15 minutes to the first episode like 2 hours.
Yo, that's crazy. Honestly, it just ends when we want it to end, man. Well,
I
we'll
know.
try not to make it 2 hours though. That's a bit much.
Uh, God.
And of course, that was the one with me with the 24/7 title, not the cruiserweight title. Frick that title
That
right
was also
there.
the one where I was carrying all three belts, and I can't lie though, that came really annoying to carry after a while. I was like, it's too much on me. I'm like, I'm keeping the one belt.
Okay, so tomorrow I'm going, as y'all know, my first ever pay per view, let alone TNA event, or I should say, my first ever TNA event, let alone a pay per view. And so Victory Road, the theme of it, his little, road. I decided I'm going to go cosplay one of the members of the Fashion Police, Breezango. Got the fit ready. I have a 2.0 cosplay coming soon. It's
Watch
going to be
Breeze.
better than the one I'm going to show up in TNA.
Watch
But
Breeze debut in TNA.
dude, I
Confronting
will
Darko.
lose my mind. Bring back Breezango, please. Bring back the Fashion Files. I begged this since the day they got released.
Yeah, but I don't think Vince was a fan of it because obviously they ended up more like a jobber and they got ditched after a while.
They did do more matches than they did before, though, so I'll give them that.
Yeah, but
So here's what happened. Breezango, obviously, they started off, with other teams. We're talking about Goldango, the Gorgeous Truth. I thought the Gorgeous Truth was pretty funny. Goldango was also funny. They had potential, but Breezango, man, those two personalities just. But I think here's what went wrong was when Fandango got his injury and Breeze was doing stuff alone in the main event. By the way, I've watched all your matches in the main event.
You watch all my matches. How lovely.
Well, no, your matches suck, man. They're like low budget. James Ellsworth could pull a 5-star match against you. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
Um,
he'll at least show more interest in
you know
that
what? You know
match.
what? No. He said I'm not going to diss him because I did a podcast with him. He's actually very respectful. I do love you, James. Much love to you. Tongaloa will have a better match with me than you.
Listen, I'm gonna start wrestling now, just so I can find you and book a
Hey,
match between
I'm a
you and kick your
star
ass.
I'm a star too. Tongaloa.
And listen, I'll smoke your ass like I did in that 2K.
Dude, you just hit me with one shovel. It took you. You know what? Notice how I never used an object, but you did. It took an object for
Yeah, but
you to beat
bought
me.
that object in the ring?
So the next topic we're talking about. The next topic is we never touched on this roster. The Twitter roster. We're talking about speed, right? I'm upset because I couldn't get the Speed Championship replica. Genuinely, that I like that title for some reason. It's just I don't know.
I can't lie, I barely watch Speed. I watched like the old few. I was like, oh, there's the Ricochet vs Strike and Lee matches. I might watch that. Or something like, for
I
example,
like it because it's just 3 minutes. Imagine you're just on, like in the bathroom break at work. You're like, ooh, I can put on a speed match. Believe it or not, I do that.
I like the concept. To be fair, they got the Speed Women's title come out.
Yes, they do. They do. I don't know who's going to be the first Speed Women's Champion. I think that was crowned yesterday. I didn't get to see, but dude, Speed, man, I like the idea. I would prefer it be in. At first, I was like, oh, it should be in the Raw because the time Raw was like 3 hours. I felt like it would have made sense to at least
No,
squeeze
but
3
did
minute
you
match.
hear the announcement? They're now doing it for 2 hours.
Yes,
Cool.
and then
Which is
SmackDown, I believe, is 3 minutes.
3
I
minutes.
mean,
3 minutes. Wait.
no, 3 hours. Frick, 3 hours. SmackDown will be 3 hours likely. Well, think about it, because we got the undisputed title. we got the
Bloodline.
Ulufala, which is very prestigious as is. It's his own. The Samoan. I think they're trying to separate the Samoan stuff and the championship stuff, right? Think about it. I think. Well, do you think Roman's going to come back next week? Not next week.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
So
when
no,
Solo Cody.
I feel like I was saying it's gonna happen. Two scenarios where like the bloodline. You know what? I imagine Jacob Fatu rips open the cage door because he's like that strong. And but I was also thinking it was like, oh, the bloodline beat Cody down. They get in the cage and beat him down. Solo starts walking out. Oh, like Jacob Fatu's outside. And Solo walks out. So Roman comes in, slams the cage door, and spears Fatu through the barricade.
Dude, Jimmy Uso might come back tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Jimmy Uso might come back. Slimmy Jimmy, come back. I miss you.
Slimmy Jimmy's overrated. What?
Fuck you. What?
I'm joking.
Jimmy Uso was always the better Uso. He always was.
It wasn't Jay's fault that the match at WrestleMania 40 sucked.
Okay, listen. I just gotta say one thing.
And I was there.
Jimmy would have won if he hadn't jumped Jimmy before the match. Jay is a heel.
No,
Y'all don't know it. Jay is a heel. He is a bad guy.
Okay,
that
here's
man is a monster.
Here's this entire debate that keeps going on podcasts, right? So it's like, listen, Jimmy was the first one to turn on Roman, right? It was never Jay's idea. Jimmy complains. He gets brain damage. He's the one acting like a scumbag, costing Jey Uso out of every match. Jey Uso, who just wants to move on the family, goes to be a bigger star. Jimmy Uso's jealous. End of fucking story.
No, yeah, but has Jay ever won a title?
Yeah, but how many times has he got close and Jimmy Uso stopped him?
I don't know, man. I must have not watched the same video you did.
Yeah, okay, so at SummerSlam, when Jimmy turned, if Jimmy wasn't there, do you think Roman would have kicked out?
That was the coolest.
Jey Uso pinned him and Money in the Bank, and I was there.
Kicked the shit out of him too. That was crazy. I saw that kick and I replayed it not once but twice. Oh, so dude, that was awesome. All right, enough about Jimmy Uso, actually enough about Jey Uso. Let's move on. So we basically covered everything so far. Anything going on in the AEW side?
So let me think. We have Nigel McGuinness coming out of retirement facing Danielson, which I'm gonna speak for myself because it's like obviously you won't know who he is. I think you will know him from NXT and that's it. And basically he was a wrestler in ROH and TNA actually. He was Desmond Wolfe. Do you know who Desmond Wolfe was?
I think so.
Basically, long story short, he had a feud with Daniel Bryan, like in Ring of Honor before he went WWE. Well esteemed. He retired eventually. At All In, where I was, he suddenly came out of retirement out of fucking nowhere. Because even though he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm cleared, but I don't really have any really any motivation to wrestle." And Nigel McGuinness' whole character was, I'm explaining to him, by the way, audience. I know you're not dumb. I don't want to like act you dumb, and that Nigel McGuinness has always hated Bryan Danielson, like no matter what match he was in, it was like, oh, that scumbag Bryan Danielson sucks off free or whatever, like it was. Yeah, and so last night on Dynamite, he basically just came out and was like, Grand Slam, I'm gonna wrestle Bryan Danielson, my rival. I'm gonna finally kick his head.
Oh, I think I saw a clip of. Dude, does everyone have beef with Danielson? What the frick? One moment he's a
Nigel McGuinness, if you go back to like Bryan Danielson like in 2005, bruv. So it's like, and he's had this hatred ever since he came to AEW and Ring of Honor. He's had this hatred for Bryan. Like even before he came back to wrestling, he's just always said like he just dissed him, whatever. And it's like the match is being announced, everyone's freaking out because it's like, oh my god, we're getting a Nigel McGuinness Bryan Danielson match. But there's more of the story is this is a few days after Bryan Danielson got suffocated by Jon Moxley. So
what the fuck? I guess.
the whole match is if Bryan Danielson is cleared, he will wrestle Nigel McGuinness. What else was happening at AEW? So we got Danielson and McGuinness. We got
Timeless Tony, kiss me. What? Sorry.
She hasn't even come back since she lost. To be fair.
I know.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's just too long a recap, to be honest.
Okay, well, let's talk about the viral Costco guys. Apparently, the dad is going into wrestling. He's like aligned with AEW, I think. So that'd be interesting. Here comes the boom.
Oh, wait,
would
Adam Cole.
Would you like a chicken bake or a double chocolate cookie?
Yo, I want to rant about we talk about people that are underutilized from NXT the main roster. There are people underutilized in AEW right now.
Well, we talk about they're apparently making another show on Fox.
But it's not even that. It's because, honestly, AJ, if you look at the amount of people on their roster, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's huge.
Listen, Keith Lee, right, went to AEW.
What a fumble.
He's been fumbled so bad. So basically, long story short, he won the AEW tag title, got lost in the shuffle, had issues, was supposed to feud with Swerve, didn't feud with Swerve, and then he kept coming back. At one point, he wore a cape. It looked so stupid. And
there's no way. Keith Lee with a cape. I'm picturing that in my head. It's freaking hilarious.
He's not being the NXT Keith Lee in AEW. It's just, I don't know. They're not booking.
Let's think about it. Triple H ran NXT, right? At the time.
Yeah.
Keith Lee was booked great. At one point, he was a double champ. He was NXT champ and North American champ simultaneously when beating Adam Cole. He beat Adam Cole, right? Was it Adam Cole?
Yeah, for NXT championship, yeah.
And Triple H has done many great stuff for those wrestlers. Let's take a look at Breezango. Obviously, me being a fanboy. For the first time, Breezango were tagging for, I believe, 4 years, 4 or 5, and they won their first tag titles. And guess where it was at? NXT. Guess who's running it? Triple H. Triple H has done miracles just in that one show. Look what he's doing right now with our NXT stars. Bronson Reed. A lot more.
Sorry, the problem was when it came to that was always Vince McMahon. It was never Triple H.
Exactly. Which,
he always knew how to build stars. He didn't focus on the fucking old timers like Goldberg.
Dude, yeah, they literally is focusing on the old timers. Now, let's be honest. Triple H, he also has his fair shares on fumbles, like Bobby Lashley.
Oh no, easily.
I love Lashley. He fumbled them.
Omos.
Omos too. Loved Omos. Fumbled them. Let me try naming someone who's not African American here.
This is so bad.
I'm really trying, but I can't think of anyone else besides those guys who he fumbled. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
No.
Drew Gulak. There you go.
Oh yeah, but Drew Gulak had the allegations with Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
But on a side note, talking about the Vince era, I remember seeing back in the day when they're doing that Saudi Arabia blood money, as I said, right? I remember reading a report that Saudi Arabia requested Yokozuna for but in what now?
What the wait?
And legit, but I mean, this was 2018, AJ. Yokozuna died ages ago. He died ages ago.
Bad. What?
And he had Undertaker vs Russo because they requested Undertaker, requested Triple H, requested Shawn Michaels.
By the way, let's talk about Crown Jewel and Saudi matches, right? So one of my dreams and goals as a pro wrestler, I never told you this earlier when you asked me, is actually to wrestle a Saudi show, because that's when you know you really made it. You're across sea, right? I would love to wrestle a Saudi show. I've seen, I believe it or not, I actually aside from that one Crown Jewel card, we don't talk about that one. But the other ones I actually liked.
You including You including the shows with the Goldberg vs Undertaker, Goldberg vs Fiend, Triple H and Undertaker, Triple H and Shawn Michaels vs Undertaker and Kane.
Any matches but those. It's the main event matches that really are crappy, but the other matches have been pretty much bangers, man. I really liked Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. That was a
So
great match.
can I also ask the question? What the fuck was the point of the Greatest Royal Rumble?
Oh yeah, Strowman is still champion till this day.
The long
And
he's,
still,
no he's longer than Roman. He's been longer
that's
than Roman.
true. That's true.
He's been going since like 2018.
2000 days, I believe.
Yes.
2000. That's the longest champ. Bruno Sammartino, step aside. Braun Strowman, ladies and gentlemen, is your longest champ.
I've mentioned this to you, but I feel like I want to mention this because I want them people here. My dream to become a wrestler, my goal is to wrestle on Wembley because I think I probably mentioned in this podcast that I literally take one bus to Wembley. Like people are like, oh, I take a train. I go from Australia. I go from Germany or whatever. And I'm like, dude, all I have to do is take one bus. It's just straightforward 10-15 minutes. You know what I mean? And to be like, because that's like, I go there for my local cinema, man. Like, it's legitimately like, to be like walking to Wembley, I would legitimately be serious. If that dream happened, Tony Khan, do it, please. If I become a wrestler, I would take any match, a gauntlet match, anything.
Honestly, Tony Khan might legit hire me simply because I was born in Jacksonville, Florida, and that's where the company was born in.
But,
Makes sense.
Yeah, no,
But, like,
100%. But like, I think
I'll give you a shout out. I'll mention you, but we
if
have to be a tag team in order for me to sponsor you.
if I did walk out into Wembley, I think I would break down because I'm like, this is my hometown. I'm like, I was at the first All In, I was at the second All In. Now I'm like on the fucking stage in the ring. You know what I mean?
Hey man, life takes you everywhere, bro.
And I don't know, my dream partner, I guess, be Will Ospreay because it's like I look up to him because it's like, you know, I'm autistic. He's autistic. Like he has a bit more, but it's like at the same time, it's like seeing someone like with autism become the best in the fucking world is like crazy. But dream scenario, of course, it's just dream.
Yeah, man, for sure, 100%. And one last topic I'd like to get on will be, let's talk about factions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there have been a lot of cool factions. There have been a lot of mid factions in the past few years. Like, dude, remember before NXT turned NXT 2.0, remember Legado del Fantasma and how they keep like jumping people and putting them in their car? Like gangster stuff. I really liked it.
You know what? You know what reminded me? Do you ever see the Samoa Joe ninjas? They attack Samoa Joe and put him in a car.
Oh my
in TNA.
Oh, they were talking about the ninjas in WWE during COVID time with Akira Tozawa.
Wait, can we also talk about the fact that also another mid faction, Retribution?
Okay, listen, I want to actually talk about that for a sec. Retribution, okay, at first it was cool. The concept was cool. The wrestlers were cool.
It fell off as soon as they revealed it was T-Bar Slapjack. What was it? Reckoning
They
Retaliation.
just forgot after their feud. I think their motivation kind of left after the feud with the New Day. Because I really liked the feud with the New Day, but the thing was after that, I believe they were like they did a little scene with the Fiend. I'm like, ooh, this could be cool. All of a sudden, never seen again. I was like, what the heck?
I need to rewatch the Dijak interview because I know he said something like along the lines. It was like I think it was like no direction of him. Or was like
it wasn't. The thing is, I saw potential in Retribution. I always see potential in those like apparently low quality faction like Hit Row. I liked Hit Row. Literally, my first promo I shot at DBMO Wrestling. If you look at, guess what hat I was wearing? A Hit Row hat.
Yeah, but
I liked Hit Row.
Can I make a point though that Hit Row basically died as soon as Swerve left?
No comment.
Because
No,
I'm
no.
sorry, AG Francis and all that lot is like you were fuck all without him. You didn't have a star power. You didn't have all the love. Like it all died as soon as like it's just Top Dollar, B-Fab, and Ashante T. Donis. It's like
Okay, but can I also make a point? I recently saw on the podcast, it really wasn't their fault that they weren't being built. The thing is they were constantly pitching stuff and ideas, and then they just kind of like they never really got pushed. So honestly, they had
they weren't even
potential.
great to begin with. Swerve was the best out of all of them.
Oh my gosh, I'm one of those Swerve people, man.
Because he's so fucking good. Have
You
you
know
not seen
what?
his AEW run?
You know what? You know what? You want to know what I think about Swerve?
Yes.
You want to know?
Mm-hmm. Whose house?
I don't
Swerve
think
house.
that I don't think Jack Perry hit him hard enough. Enough said.
What? When? What?
Wait, that's not Jack. Hold on, I botched. Fuck.
Jack
Who's the
Perry?
one
I
who
don't
hit?
think they fought.
Who was the one? I Tonka low with. I'm sorry. Who was the one who knocked the crap out of him with the chair?
Oh, Hangman Page.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Rewind, editor. Please cut that. I hope I don't forget to cut that.
Dude, if you didn't say it didn't hit him loud enough, it sounded like a fucking gunshot.
Boom! Oh no, I saw that. I was like, bam! Knocked him back to the NXT.
Did you see
days.
Did you see the needle through the mouth though?
Ew, I don't want to talk about that.
It's
Ew,
like,
ew,
those are the
ew.
one of the few moments I had to legit look away.
Another fumble was Cameron Grimes, right? He was
True.
a former $1 million champion. Cameron Grimes, he could make banger matches. Now, granted,
Don't you feel bad what happened to his SmackDown one though? Because he just got released.
he got
Nothing happened
squashed.
to him.
He was one of
Yeah.
Braun Breaker's victims. Just
He
boom,
did.
spear.
He beat Baron Corbin and did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the thing was, listen. From this day, I will always say Cameron Grimes has mad potential, right? But
He's in Indies right now.
felt
So.
I felt like he should have stayed in NXT. He should have been like one of those people who just stay in the brand and just do their thing. Cause I don't know, I didn't really see it at that time with the roster they had. I didn't feel like Cameron Grimes, the Southern boy gimmick, would really have fitted. Because
I don't.
let's try to squeeze that with the bloodline stuff. Try to squeeze that with with anyone in general. You know,
You could put him easy mid carder though, like going for the US title, tag titles.
I mean, I guess, but then who would he tag with? And then who? This is no hate. Keep in mind, I love Cameron Grimes, but with the type of roster and the gimmicks, it's just like I don't know, man. But I can say the same thing about Hit Row. Like, what would their gimmick really?
Their gimmick was fuck all without Swerve. I'm sorry. It was
Okay,
fuck all
listen.
without Swerve.
What is up with you and the whole Swerve thing? You never gave it a shot.
Okay, and I did. It was shit. And at the end of the day, who became the first Black Belt champion? Who when AEW became bigger stars than all three of them combined? Ashante and T. Donis is stuck in NXT team with Cedric Alexander. AJ Francis is stuck being digital media champion, being a heel. B-Fab is just
digital media champion anymore.
Well, the point is, B-Fab is just being Street Profits manager. Swerve, who's the AEW World Champion, was the main event of 50K Stadium, wrestled Hangman Page in a deathmatch in the best rivalry in AEW in recent history. Can any of those say the same?
I could either confirm or deny.
At the end of the day, Swerve has done more than all three of them combined.
Okay, well, hear me out on this. All right. Isaiah Swerve Scott,
Swerve Strickland,
whatever the fuck his name is now. I don't fucking. All right, Swerve. That's apparently the word.
Hey, question. Whose house? What? Whose house?
It's not Nada.
It's Swerve's house. This is why you
Right.
gotta watch
Just like
AEW.
WWE was his house, right? Oh, no. That podcast that he had in WWE, right? That was also his house. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
still
He just
doing it
got
right
kicked out.
now. He's still doing it right now.
He's thriving. He's thriving.
Yeah.
No hate to Swerve. I just never really watched him
Then you can't
as
make a
enough.
judgment on someone who you haven't watched.
I watched him with the Hit Row stuff. That was cool.
Seriously, if you're gonna start watching AEW, watch his stuff in AEW, because if you thought his WWE stuff was good, he fucking smashed it.
Okay. I'll take your word on that.
Yeah. Or at least watch the Hangman rivalry. Because that rivalry
Dude, no, I don't want to watch that match, dude. That guy killed him.
Yeah, but they had 3 matches before that match.
Okay. I will say this though. Guess who's coming back? Lexus King.
Who?
Lexus King.
Exactly. A bore.
He really just pulled off the Bobby Lashley joke, where it's like Brock Lesnar will be like, knock knock, who's there? Bobby. Bobby who? Exactly. Type stuff. That's messed up. Dude, that might be the most iconic joke of all time. Question.
God.
Should they bring back the 24/7 title to NXT?
No, because it was a jobber title for comedy stuff. Why would it go to NXT? And it was a stupid design. It looks so dumb.
I didn't think it looked that bad, honestly.
The green looks.
That was literally
the
my
green,
first
the,
title I bought.
The green was not good look. I'm sorry.
Okay. Also, can we talk about this Money in the Bank? Right.
Mm-hmm.
The cash. Remember with Carmella? I'm cashing in. I'm cashing in. Fuck, I'm cashing in.
No. Remember the first Women's Money in the Bank was won by a man.
That's right, James Ellsworth. I actually
Still.
mentioned that on my podcast. I was like, "Hey, congratulations on being the first Women's Money in the Bank winner." You know.
So dumb. It was so stupid. Why would you have the first historic Women's Money in the Bank ladder match won by a man?
You know, when I had Ellsworth on this on Third Eye Sessions podcast, totally should check out. We mentioned, I'm like, yo, if you were to team up with any female wrestler modern day, who would you team up with? He said Tiffany Stratton. I was like, you know what? Think of him with, you know how he was with Carmella? Think of him with Tiffany Stratton. I feel like that would fit really well.
You can
like
fight me
more
bare
down
hands.
the line. Like
you can fight.
more.
You can fight with 2 bare hands if you believe anything. Wasn't that the quote he used against Braun Strowman?
Yeah, any man with 2 hands has a fighting chance. Yo, remember when the SmackDown women's locker room will beat him up every freaking week? It was so bad. It was so bad, dude. Anything for Carmella. Bring back the Fashion Files.
I don't think we mentioned. Did we mention about the fact that Psycho Sid passed away?
Who?
Psycho Sid.
Dude, man, we should mention about that. For me, I never really watched old wrestling like that, because like I did to start late, but I did watch his old stuff, right? Psycho Sid. My main thing was remember when he came back to fight Heath Slater? That was when I first saw him, right?
How? You weren't even watching wrestling until like what?
Well, YouTube. I rewatched stuff on YouTube, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
But I never watched full shows. I never stopped watching full shows until 2017.
I might need to check my uncle about this, because it's like, long story short, my uncle used to be a wrestling fan when he was a kid, right? And he went off it, and his first no, he didn't go off it, but like I kind of kept updated, watching now and then. He only watched WWE, so like he probably would know Psycho Sid.
Probably, man. Psycho Sid, I could tell, was a legend. I watched some of his matches. His matches were pretty nice. I really liked it. He's very good as an entertainer. That is 100% without a doubt.
Did you see any of the bad promos he cut in WCW?
I have half the brain you do. So he tried doing Steiner math, and I was like, dude.
Yeah, but how can he try and do Steiner math if Steiner math didn't happen until later? like 2010 or what it was.
Dude, like I said, I haven't watched that. I don't know. The whole wrestlers doing math thing, that might be my gimmick. I'm not gonna lie. I might try to pull a mathematic thing. Mark my words. My first promo is gonna involve a math problem.
Dude, I might legit go under my name Adam Ace if I'm a wrestler. I don't know.
Daniel Ace sounds badass though. I'm telling you, man.
True.
Daniel Ace.
Like, true. Just because like thing is, I wear glasses, right? And people think they're like, oh, I can't see. Dude, I can see you right now. Yeah,
I can somewhat see you right now. I might just wear contacts when wrestling, honestly. I could see. I just won't. I could see, but I just won't be able to enjoy the match. You know, I might have to try to get contacts or something.
I'm really squeamish about putting eye contacts on. To be honest, I just can't.
Dude, I have anxiety. I can't wash my face properly because I just have fear of, you know.
Dude, but I can't also imagine just having to go like this and be like, you know what I mean?
Oh, one of my exes is currently doing that, and she tells me it sucks. And I heard you can't be sleep with them either. So I'm like, dang.
So I'd rather take the chance and do this because I can pretty much see anyway. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah, but by the way, coming soon, your boy's going to be doing skits, like funny skits and whatnot.
okay.
On the Fashion Files. I want to try to, as you know, I'm going to cosplay them, and I'd be like, oh, this will be really fun to do, you know. But that's if I get permission from Tyler Breeze. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him permission and be like, hey, can I like be a character Miami Melendez and just like do this as funny skits and like whatnot?
Wait,
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, how are you gonna ask him though?
Probably Cameo or something. You know,
how much money
you
do you have to keep Cameo people?
Not often. I have 2 cameos. One of them is from Ted DiBiase, the Hall of Famer. I was asking him advice on wrestling. And the other one, I believe, was James Ellsworth giving me a shout out to my YouTube channel.
You made James Ellsworth give you a shout out to your
It was
YouTube
$20
channel Cameo,
James Ellsworth,
and then get him to interview. Jesus
dude,
Christ.
yeah, the interview was way after the cameo. Way after.
Interesting.
I was about to do another one on a baseball player, one of my favorite baseball players, but nah.
Don't ask me about baseball. I don't fuck off. People are like, oh, what sports do you like? I'm like, none except for wrestling.
So what if you can see the darkest side of me?
Look in my eyes, what do you see? Got a personality. When you know your dream.
Hear me out though. For the Hell in a Cell match, bring back CM Punk's old theme song. Like, I feel like, because think about it, we're talking about an unhinged Drew McIntyre. Bringing back the old unhinged CM Punk.
Can I state a fact that you might not know about this old song with Fire Burns? Did you know it was Randy Orton's song at one point?
Wait, which one?
That Fire Burns.
That was not right. Now I think about it.
Wait.
Yeah, I can see it being his.
Wait, look it up. It was a one-time use. Randy Orton legit came out to that Fire Burns.
I can see it. Wasn't that when he had hair and?
Yeah, it was only one time, and then they changed it.
I can see it. Yeah, I feel like that's a song Frankie Kazarian would also use. Frankie Kazarian had a lot of Rockstar theme songs.
I'll find it and send it to you.
Logan Paul, man, if you're going to be active next year, please, if you become champion again, please be active with the championship. Because I was hyped when he won the U.S. title, but then down the line, I'm like, where is he? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. All right, found it. Check answer. Oh, that's podcast crew. There you go. So people, we gotta keep this conversation going. So like, people, how's your day? Leave a like, leave a comment when he turns the comments on, and subscribe.
All right. We're gonna end it there, guys. You already know what to do. Peace out, Purple Knights. Like, subscribe,
Bye.
comment. I'm gonna fix it. And as always, guys,
Peace.
stay cool, stay fresh. No yeet. No
Yeet.
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 No. We're not doing every freaking time with you, man.
You started
No
it.
yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet. No yeet. No yeet. I'm gonna end it. Last word. No yeet. Okay, hold on.